What's up guys, Penguin Overlord here, and welcome back to another Ghost Recon Breakpoint News update. In this video, I'm going to talk about the recently released information about Operation Motherland. We got the launch trailer today, as well as this little news article over here about Motherland. So what I thought I'd do for this video is go through the launch trailer and pause it at certain points so we could talk about it. So, let's get started.
Hey Ghosts! Operation Motherland is the brand new update for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Set a few months after the event of Operation Greenstone.
So, to clarify, because I was confused about this and other people were confused about this, in between the events of, basically, of the campaign thus far in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and now with Operation Motherland, Nomad somehow left the island. This is a plot hole I've talked about in the other video that I did about this, but that's the one thing I'm not really thrilled about with this whole update. Like, that should have been part of the player experience, being able to leave the island, but whatever, they decided to go in this direction. But overall, not a fan of this, but let's keep going.
Operation Motherland is led by an old friend of the Ghosts, Karen Bowman. After
So Karen Bowman's going to be returning, we all knew that.
Your squad completed your original mission on Aroa, the island quickly became a strategic place for powerful countries looking to get their hands on its technology. In response, the CIA has tasked Karen Bowman to defuse this global upcoming crisis by giving the control of the island to a neutral force, the Outcast, led by Rui Ito.
Yep, so that actually gives some decent rationale as to why we're handing over the island to the Outcast, because everyone wants that sweet scale tech. And obviously that would shift the global balance of power quite significantly, especially if any nation could just like assassinate political leaders with drones. Yeah, that would not be good. So that's why the Outcasts are being given control of the island. So I can kind of get behind that now that we know the reason why. Let's keep going.
To do so, you will have to help the Outcast get rid of the remaining enemy forces in a brand new mode, the Conquest mode. The Conquest mode is a new alternative mode to Ghost Recon Breakpoint story mode. You will have to conquer various territories of Aroa by carrying out various destabilization missions. Note that each of the missions you complete will have an impact on the world dynamic, such as deactivating drone surveillance, removing enemy presence, or increasing Outcast patrols. Choose the mission you want in any order and reshape the world of Aroa.
So basically, I'll keep.
Territories are ruled by lieutenants. Destabilize and conquer all the regions of a territory. Will give you clues to identify its lieutenant, neutralize them, and liberate the area. Freeing all the territories will allow players to reach the final region and complete the liberation of Aroa.
Now, this is pretty much Wildlands 2.0. So I know a lot of people, myself included, love Ghost Recon Wildlands, and a lot of people kind of want the Ghost Recon franchise to have a similar feel to Ghost Recon Wildlands in terms of mission structure, story, etc. So basically, with this game mode that's added to Breakpoint, it's going to have a lot more of that feel. So I'm definitely excited to go through and just start taking back the island. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, there's more info, so let's keep going.
And as you might have guessed, Sentinel aren't going to be the only enemies you'll have to fight on your quest to free Aroa. Operation Motherland will see the return of an iconic enemy of the Ghosts, the Bodarks.
I have a problem with this, because we just fought them in Episode 3, Red Patriot. We took out a bunch of their leaders, and now, after 3 months, they're suddenly strong enough to actually invade the island. And speaking of invading, like, what the hell happened with the drone swarm? Especially that one at the end of the game where it went autonomous. Again, this is something where, at least in my opinion, Ubisoft should have released like a mission like a couple months before Motherland dropped, like as a sort of a prequel mission to Motherland where we shut down the drone swarm and get off the island. I think not doing that was a mistake, especially if they wanted to go in this direction. But yeah, the Bodark, I don't really like. How did they get this strong so quickly? Like, remember, Future Soldier was a year before the events of Breakpoint. We just kicked the crap out of them in Future Soldier. Then we had Red Patriot, where we took out basically most of their leaders, if not all of them. And now, yet 3 months later, they are back in sufficient numbers to be able to retake the island. When keep in mind, the Bodarks were a special forces unit. It's not like they were an entire army. So this is, again, the story is really where I'm not sold on this particular update. I think it could have been done a lot better, but everything else is pretty awesome. So let's keep going.
Allied to the Sentinel and Wolves, they brought their own helicopters and trucks, adding new convoys and patrols throughout Aroa. Players will have to fight 5 enemy archetypes with new gameplay mechanics, bringing an extra layer of tactical options.
Yeah, that's pretty
The Tactician is a caller. He'll try to stay alive and call up numerous reinforcements to overwhelm the ghosts. The Oppressor and Dreadnought both carry extra armor, while the Oppressor is a rusher that will come at you with his SMG. The Dreadnought will stay further away from you with his rocket launcher. Finally, the Trooper and Seeker are both riflemen. While the Trooper is a standard soldier, the Seeker comes with an extra...
I'm just going to stop right there. So basically, with this update, now that there's a Bodark faction, they basically sort of kind of reskinned and changed up some of the standard enemies in the game. So, like, for instance, you've got that one rusher guy, except he has a submachine gun and he's armored. So potentially you may have to take 2 headshots in order to take him out. And then you've got, like, armored rocket gunners. So basically stronger enemies that you can fight in the game, which is something that I appreciate, because I think Ghost Recon Breakpoint needed more of a challenge to the game, and these guys are definitely looking like that's going to be, they'll give more of a challenge. Plus, I'm hoping that with that one, with the Tactician, that the reinforcements we call will be more numerous and more persistent and coming after you than the Sentinel ones. I think that would, again, make things far more interesting. But you guys already see it right here.
piece of tech in his kit.
Optical
Indeed,
Camo
Operation
is back.
Motherland also
And not
marks
just for the Bodarks.
the return of an iconic feature, the Optical Camo. You will be able to unlock the Optical Camo in the Conquest mode, as well as its own progression system that will offer you ways to make it even more efficient. Upgrading the Optical Camo will allow you to improve its battery duration.
Yeah, this is really cool. I am really looking forward to the optical camo, because it's not going to be like in Ghost Recon Wildlands, where it was basically cosmetic. It didn't really do much to actually keep you undetected. But as you can see, with this, it will not only have a greater effect in the game, but you can upgrade it, so like it'll last longer with the battery. Reloading relay, that's not reloading of your weapon, but of how long it takes for the optical camo to recharge, how efficient it's going to be, and how sensitive it is to action. So basically, you could eventually get to a point where if you upgrade it, at least this is what it sounds like, where you could just flat out run and shoot enemies while being cloaked. If that's the case, that's awesome. That's really, really awesome.
Or even increase the efficiency of the camo.
Yeah, so you can make it even harder for you to detect. Make it harder for you to be detected, excuse me.
While the Optical Camo can be unlocked and upgraded in the Conquest mode, you will also be able to equip it in the story mode once unlocked.
Which is pretty cool. So if you transition back to the regular game of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you can use that in the regular sort of missions, which it'll be interesting to play some of those missions again with fully upgraded optical camo. Now, I wonder if A, it will work in the raid, and B, if it will work in PvP, because that could be game-breaking potentially, where if you activate the optical camo and people can't really see you, that could mess things up. My guess is they'll probably disable it for the PvP. The raid, they might keep it, because that's not really going to affect the dynamics of the raid too terribly much. But I really like having the optical camo back. That's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Let's keep going.
That's not all, Ghosts. Operation Motherland also comes with a bunch of other gameplay additions and improvements. Maximum XP level has been raised to 99 instead of 30, providing a new long-term objective to everyone with unlocked.
So basically, this update could be nicknamed Operation Longevity, because they're doing a lot of things here that's going to keep me invested in the game for longer periods of time. Because the real problem with... That's actually one of the real problems with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, is that after you completed the recently released content, there wasn't really much of a reason to keep playing the game. Unless you're like me and you're a content creator. But even then, you guys have noticed that I haven't really uploaded a bunch of Breakpoint videos because there wasn't really much point. But this, number one, with this level system, and that's your XP level, not like your class level, you're going to get new rewards from it, which is awesome, and it's going to go up to 99, which is pretty cool. So basically, you've got something to play and, work towards as you play the game. So you're more invested in the game, which is pretty awesome. But there's more. Oh yes, there's more.
Lockable weapons and gear. A new weapon mastery system will now allow you to use your extra skill points in order to improve certain characteristics of selected weapon categories.
This is a godsend. I have mentioned this, I don't know in how many streams for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, but we can use our skill points now that I have stacked up. I think I've got like over 70 of them or something like that. I know there's people who have like way more. So this is a godsend. I have wanted them to release something that we can use the skill points for, because clearly they weren't going to release any new skills or perks or anything like that. So I'm glad that we will finally have a use for excess skill points, because we have way too many. And obviously, as we go up to level 99, we'll probably get more skill points per level. So yeah, having a use for those is going to be really awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's keep going.
Talking about weapons, the Bodorks have brought with them 5 new Russian weapons and variants that you'll be able to get your hands on, as well.
So again, new guns, that's cool. I mean, at this point, they've added so many to the guns to the game, and they're a lot similar to each other, so that doesn't really excite me as it used to. But hey, some of those guns are cool. One of them was the SR3M from Wildlands, so that was pretty cool. Let me see if I can zoom back on it. It's one of those guns. Probably this one, I think. Or is it this? Yeah, it's this one. And then there's a couple of Val rifles over there.
Talking about weapons, the Bodorks have brought with them 5 new Russian weapons and variants that you'll be able to get your hands on.
And that looks like what, I guess a 50 caliber rifle or something like that. I don't know.
But
that's cool.
6 new weapons and variants that will be available in Maria's shop.
Yeah, so Maria's shop's getting weapons too. So time to farm those skill credits. I have a Behemoth drone guide. You've probably all seen it by now. But if you need to farm skill credits real fast, equip the Panther class, put on the drone spray, and go to work with an LMG and kill behemoths over and over again. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Maria's shop will also be...
Speaking of weapons, ACR. A lot of people that I've been seeing on, the Discord servers and Reddit, they're happy the ACR is back. So if you're one of them, cool, you've got the ACR.
Restocked with various new...
This was a gun from Wildlands, I think. I don't remember the name.
New customization.
M110 sniper rifle right here. That's pretty cool. I do hope they get the suppressor right this time, because in Wildlands they had the suppressor stuck onto the end of the muzzle instead of having the suppressor cover it like the original M110 in the the military was. You can look photos of that on the internet. So that way it's that way, you know what you're talking, what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah, so that's going to be back in the game, so that's pretty cool.
Options and...
Now, this rifle right here looks like a modified version of the Resistance rifle. For some reason, it's using, like, a PMAG, like, how? Not important, but yeah, more guns, more vehicles, stuff like that, that's going to be cool.
Vehicle skins. Furthermore, by progressing in the Liberation of Aroa in the Conquest mode,
one more thing. Cross-com. Cross-com is back in multiple variations. We're going to see another one in a second. So, yeah, for a lot of you guys who wanted cross-com back in the game, it's back in the game. So that's cool.
This mode, you'll be able to unlock new weapons.
Yeah, you got another set of cross-com right here. And a bunch of other skins and gear as well. You've got like the future soldier vest right there, so you can do that if you really like that. Hopefully they make it so that way you can apply different camos to it. That would be a misstep, especially especially with them initially releasing something with a set camo and then later updates making it so you can apply all types of camo to it. It would be a misstep if they did that now instead of it making that available from the get-go. So let's keep going.
Equipment and vehicle skins. Once.
Oh, I know people wanted the 3-hole balaclava. That's there. You've got the Bodark NVG, which is cool. Gorka pants, vehicles. Future Soldier top right there. Future Soldier vest. And, John Kozak's glasses. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Once unlocked, they will also.
And a Gorka jacket as well.
To be available in the story mode.
Yeah, and once you unlock them, you can use story mode as always.
Finally, as a celebration for the 20th anniversary of Ghost Recon, this update will also.
Yep, so skins for all the various Ghost Recon characters: John Kozak, Scott Mitchell, and Alicia Diaz, who was in Ghost Recon 2, and I think she was in Advanced Warfighter as well. She wasn't like one of the player characters, but she was involved in the story, I think, or I could be confusing her with some other ghost. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You're getting these skins back.
Include 3 iconic skins of famous characters from previous games. That's all for me, Ghosts. Hope you're as excited as I am for this new content. See you soon on Aroa.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to scroll over to the article to see if there's anything I really missed. But yeah, you've got faction warfare over here. And basically with this whole main story here with Conquest mode, you're basically taking the island back from Sentinel and Bodark. So that's going to be fun. And it sounds like it's going to be substantial as well. Now, as players conquer Aroa, the outcast presence will increase in the wild and in encampments, making faction warfare more frequent. More checkpoints, convoys, hostage situations, and patrols fill the island based on faction presence. So your actions will actually have an impact on the game world, which will be really cool. And again, like Wildlands, because this update is pretty much Wildlands 2.0, they will vary in difficulty according to respective regions. Check your attack map. Again, just like Wildlands. Again, we talked about these. Now, the cool thing is they'll have equipment that changes based on the highland, urban, and wild biomes, so you'll see different camouflages, so that's cool. So it's not just the same uniform. You won't see, like, Sentinel and T-shirts walking around in the snow, so that's cool. And, of course, new items in the shop, mixed materials, ghillie outfit, so that'll be cool for the ghillie suit guys. If you want that, that's cool. Now, the interesting thing here, the island of Aroa is going through some changes, so you're going to get new atmospheric stuff. So it's going to have an overall autumn and winter feel, so that's pretty cool. So, again, this is 3 months down the timeline. I guess that means we invaded Aroa initially in the summer at the start of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, so now we're going to get more of a fall sort of weather. So that's pretty cool. And you're going to notice more variety and better environmental effects. So they've really it sounds like they've put a lot of work into this, which explains why everything else was so lackluster throughout year 2 of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It talks more about the optical camo here. It starts at 100, decreases with time according to player action. Turning on the camo consumes a certain amount of gauge per second, and firing a weapon or running will increase the rate of consumption, so it'll bleed through faster. It allows players to be invisible to enemies up to a certain distance. You can increase the efficiency of the camouflage. We've shown that off. Camo progression is only available in Conquest mode. So if you want to improve your optical camo, you have to play the Conquest mode, which I don't think people are going to be reluctant to do that. It's new content after all. However, it can be used in story mode as well. So it looks like... So it's sounding like here with this sentence that you can only level up to 99 when you're in Conquest mode, which again, that's not going to be a big deal. I'm sure even with reducing enemy presence, you're going to have opportunities to kill enemies and level up. Skill points can also be used to increase weapon mastery. Yep, we talked about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for this, guys. I'm really looking forward to this update. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's definitely going to give me, ideas for content. I know that's something I've really needed because, I haven't had much inspiration for content, and we are running nearly at 20 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be pretty fun. And of course, Ghost Recon Breakpoint Operation Motherland is coming out November 2nd. I will be live streaming it. I took the day off from work, so I'm going to be starting it bright and early at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that. If you can't make it, I'm sorry. I know it's earlier, much earlier than I usually stream, but I did want to make sure that whatever content came out for Operation Motherland that I could do a stream on it, get a head start on creating content, and start pumping out videos, because I'm definitely going to be doing that. Whether that's weapon reviews, definitely stuff about the optical camo, mission guides if necessary. So yeah, look forward to that. It's going to be fun. But thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think about Operation Motherland down in the comments. I'm Penguin Overlord, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take care, guys.